Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed regarding strength of solution, out of which we have discussed up to molarity. Molarity is one of the way to express the concentration of solution. It is the number of moles of the solute present per liter of the solution. So I have already given you the formula how to calculate molarity of a given solution. It is mass of the solute divided by molar mass into 1000 by V, where V is the volume of solution in milliliter. Okay. So I have given you two different equations. First one is molarity equation. Molarity equation I have already given you. Molarity equation, and I think some of you are able to follow it, but most of you could not follow it. Suppose we will take a molar solution of a definite solute with a fixed volume. So when we add water to it, then its molarity will change. So it will become M2 into V2. That means this is the molarity of the solution before dilution, volume of the solution before dilution. This is molarity of the solution after dilution, and it is the volume of solution after dilution. So by using this formula, we will try to solve a numerical, and I will be giving you an assignment based on this. So this is the first one. Next, I told you the molarity of resultant solution. Molarity of resultant solution. How to calculate the molarity of resultant solution. So what do you mean by resultant solution? Suppose we are taking the solution of sodium hydroxide. So if we take the solution of the same solute in different volumes, different molar concentrations, so when we add them, what will be the result? What will be the molarity of the final solution? Final means the resultant solution. Okay. So molarity of the resultant solution will be found out by using this formula. Suppose we take a solution of molarity M1 with volume V1 and another solution of molarity M2 volume V2. So remember, this is applicable only when this solute is same. When the solute is same, this is applicable. Okay. So for same solute, we are taking one solution of molarity M1 volume V1. Then for the same solute, we will take another solution of molarity M2 volume V2. So suppose we add them. So what will be the molarity of the final solution or resultant solution? What is the formula? Now M1 V1 plus M2 V2 like this divided by V1 plus V2. So this is how we can find out, or we can solve some numerical based on this. So based on these two, I will solve one numerical from each. So look at the numericals first. Okay. So question 1 will come, calculate a solution of sodium hydroxide was prepared. A solution of sodium hydroxide was prepared by dissolving 10 gram of sodium hydroxide. So I am writing the question. Question 1. A solution of sodium hydroxide NaOH was prepared by dissolving 10 gram sodium hydroxide, 10 gram sodium hydroxide in 500 milliliter water. In 500 milliliter water. So the first solution which was prepared of sodium hydroxide, what has been taken? The 10 gram of sodium hydroxide is dissolved in 500 milliliter water. So we can easily calculate its molarity. Okay. So the question is, what is its volume? What is its volume required for making 2.5 liter of its decimolar solution. So we have to follow the question first. What is done? Now 10 gram of sodium hydroxide is dissolved in 500 milliliter of water. So one solution is prepared. You can calculate its molarity by using the formula given to you earlier. Then what volume of this solution is required to make 2.5 liter of its decimolar? Decimolar means m by 10. I told you already, or 0.1 m. So decimolar means m by 10. So what volume of it is required for making 2.5 liter of its decimolar solution? So we'll solve it. So first we'll find the molarity of the sodium hydroxide solution. So molarity of sodium hydroxide solution. Formula W by M into 1000 by V. But W is the mass of the solute. What is solute here? The sodium hydroxide. M is the molar mass of the solute. Sodium hydroxide molar mass is 40 gram per mole. Then V is the volume in milliliter. 500 milliliter given. So W is 10 gram. Given 10 gram. Molar mass of sodium hydroxide 40 gram per mole into 1000 by V. V is 500. Okay. So it will be 1 by 4 into 2. That means 2 by 4 molar. 2 by 4 molar. That means 1 by 2 molar. That is 0.5 m. So the molarity of the first solution, which is prepared by dissolving sodium hydroxide in 500 milliliter water, is 0.5 molar. Okay. Then we know from molarity equation that M1 into V1 is equal to M2 into V2. Just discuss. So what is M1? Now 0.5 m. We'll find out V1. It is asked what volume of this is required. So we'll leave it as V1. M2. What is required? M2 is this one, m by 10. M by 10 means 0.1 m into V2. What volume is required? The 2.5 liter. I think you could follow it. M1 we calculated here. V1 is required. It has been asked. Then M2 decimolar is required. Decimolar means m by 10. We can write 0.1 m. Then how much volume is required? The 2.5 liter. We will put 2.5 liter. So what will be V1? V1 will be M2 into V2 by M1. That means 0.1 m into 2.5 liter divided by 0.5 m. What will be the unit? Mm will cancel out. Unit will be liters. Then answer will be 0.5 liter. Okay. That means 500 milliliter is 0.5 liter. So 500 milliliter of this solution is required for making a solution of m by 10 of 2.5 liter. So this is how you can solve the numericals based on molarity equation. Then next we will try another numerical based on your molarity of resultant solution. Students, you just saw how to solve numerical based on molarity equation. Then we will go for a numerical based on the molarity of resultant solution. So question 2. Let me write down the question first. Calculate the molarity of the resultant solution. Calculate the molarity of the resultant solution calculate the molarity of the resultant solution obtained by mixing 2.5 liter 0.5 m of 0.5 m NaCl solution and 500 milliliter of 2 molar NaCl solution. So what is the question here? Now we are taking the same solute here, sodium chloride. We are taking two different solutions. First solution is molarity is 0.5 and volume is 2.5 liter. Second solution, molarity is 2 volume is 500 milliliter. That means 0.5 liter. So when we add these two, what will be the molarity of the final solution? So we'll solve it. Answer. What is the formula I told you? Molarity of the resultant solution. Molarity of the resultant solution is found out by using this formula. M1 into V1 plus M2 into V2 divided by V1 plus V2. So this is the formula to calculate the molarity of the resultant solution. So we will write down here or given. You can write here or given. What is M1? M1 0.5 m, 0.5 m. What is V1? 2.5 liter. What is M2? Second solution molarity is 2 m. What is V2? Second solution volume is 500 milliliter. Because we are taking liter, 500 milliliter means 0.5 liter. We have to convert them to the same unit. Then we will apply the formula here. Hence, molarity of the resultant solution MR will be M1. What is M1? Now 0.5 m into V1 2.5 liter plus M2 2 m into V2. V2 is 0.5 liter divided by V1 2.5 liter, 2.5 liter, V2 0.5 liter. So it will be 0.5 into 2.5. So it will be 1.25. 1.25. Then 2 into 0.5 will be 1 plus 1 divided by 2.5 plus 5. 0.5, that is 3. What will be unit? Now moles. Okay. That means 2.25 divided by 3 molar. It is 0.75 molar. This is the answer. So they are very simple to solve. Only you have to remember the formula and you have to identify what is M1 V1, what is M2 V2. Even three different solutions will be given of the same solute, you can use here M1 into V1 plus M2 into V2 plus M3 into V3 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3, as I told you in the last class. Okay, so next I will give you some assignments. Next students, as I told you, this is the assignment for you. Simple assignments I have given you. Similar assignments I have solved. A solution of potassium hydroxide was prepared by dissolving 5.6 gram of potassium hydroxide in 200 milliliter water. So a solution of potassium hydroxide was prepared by dissolving 5.6 gram of potassium hydroxide in 200 milliliter water. What is its volume? That means what is the volume of this potassium hydroxide required for making 2 liters of its semi-molar solution. So using the same sodium hydroxide solution, we have to prepare 2 liters of semi-molar. Semi means m by 2. M by 2. That means 0.5 m. So semi-molar solution, we have to prepare 2 liters. Okay. So what is the volume of sodium hydroxide required for it? You have to calculate. Similar numerical just I have solved. So you try to solve it and send it to me. Then question number 2. Calculate the molarity of the resultant solution obtained by mixing 1.5 liter of m by 10 sodium hydroxide solution and 2 liters of m by 2 sodium hydroxide solution. So I have already given you the formula how to calculate the molarity of the resultant solution. So here I have given you 2 different solutions of the same solute, that is sodium hydroxide. One solution is of strength m by 10, volume is 1.5 liter. Another solution is of strength m by 2, volume is 2 liters. So when we add them, the final solution, this molarity you have to find out. Okay. So solve these two and send it to me through my WhatsApp number. Okay students. Then next we will discuss another important portion, that is normality. Normality. Okay. So normality is defined as the number of gram equivalents of the solute, the number of gram equivalents of the solute present per liter of the solution. Number of gram equivalents of the solute present per normality. Normality. Written as N. It is defined as, it is the number of gram equivalents of the solute present per liter of solution. So the only difference between normality and molarity is, in case of molarity, it was the number of moles of the solute. Here it is the number of gram equivalents of the solute present per liter of the solution. The remaining are same. Then what is gram equivalent? I have already told you how to calculate the equivalent mass. So when equivalent mass is expressed in grams, it is called gram equivalent mass. So here you have to calculate the number of gram equivalents of the solute present per liter of the solution. That means normality, what will be formula? The number of gram equivalents of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Volume of solution in liter. That means, but how to find out the number of gram equivalents? Now, given mass divided by gram equivalent mass. Here E is the gram equivalent mass. Okay. Into 1000 by B. So this is the formula how to calculate the normality of any solution. Okay. Where W is the given mass of solute. E is the gram equivalent mass of solute, and V is volume of solution in milliliter. So same or similar formula which we in case of molarity it was W by M, molar mass. Here it is E, W by E, that is gram equivalent mass. You know how to calculate equivalent mass? Simply add gram, it will become gram equivalent mass. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the normality of any solution. Then next we will discuss the relationship between normality and molarity. Okay. Then students will find out the relationship between molarity and normality. Very simple. You can also find it out on your own. Okay. So we know what is molarity. The formula is W by M into 1000 by V, where W is the given mass of solute, M is the molar mass of the solute, V is the volume of the solution in milliliter. Similarly, what is normality? Now W by E into 1000 by V. So for the same volume, when V is same, if you divide molarity and normality divided by normality, what will be found? Now W by M into 1000 by V divided by W by E into 1000 by V. This by this. This means W by M into 1000 by V. Let us cancel out these two. It will be easier for you. So W by N, W by these two are cancelled out. W by M divided by W by E. That means it will become E by W. W will cancel out. That means E by N. That is equivalent mass by molar mass. Okay. So what you find? Now molarity is equal to normality into equivalent mass by molar mass. We will reverse it. That means normality will be equal to molarity into molar mass by equivalent mass into molar mass or molecular mass by equivalent mass. Do you know what is molar mass divided by equivalent mass? That is called N factor. This one is called N factor. Molecular mass divided by equivalent mass is called N factor. Okay. Why? Now in order to calculate molecular mass, what we are doing? In order to calculate equivalent mass, we are dividing the molecular mass by either basicity when it is an acid or acidity when it is a base, like this. Okay. So molecular mass by equal mass will give you basicity or acidity, which are called n factors. So if we calculate the n factor for an acid, base or salt, you can easily calculate this ratio. Okay. So you have to remember normality is equal to molarity into n factor. Okay. So we will summarize like this. Normality of a given solution is equal to molarity into molar mass by equal mass, which is n factor. What is n factor? It may be acidity for a base, basicity for an acid, then a number of replaceable H plus ions, or it is the change in oxidation number of an reduction during redox reaction, like this. All of these, which are divided by molecular mass to find out the equal mass, are or they come under the n factor. Okay. So when I will solve a numerical, it will be more clear you what is n factor. For example, HCl, n factor is 1. H2SO4, n factor is 2. Calcium hydroxide, n factor is 2. Okay. So this is all about your acidity, basicity, like that. Okay. Number of replaceable OH minus ion, number of replaceable H plus ion, they are all called n factor. What is n factor? It is the ratio of molecular mass and equivalent mass. Okay. So normality is equal to molarity into n factor, you have to remember. Okay. Then you have to solve some simple numericals so that it will be easier for you to follow. Okay. Then students, as I told you, we will go through some simple numericals. Question 1. Calculate the normality of solution when 0.321 gram sodium carbonate was dissolved in 250 milliliter water. So, what is the data given to you? Now, the solute here is sodium carbonate, given mass is 0.321 gram. Then volume of solution in milliliter is 250 milliliter. Okay. So directly you will use the formula. Normality is equal to W by E. W is the mass of the solute, given mass of the solute, which is 0.321 gram. Then E is the gram equivalent mass. Sodium carbonate molecular mass is 106. Sodium total valence is 2 because there are 2 sodium atoms. So equivalent mass will be 53. Then B given is 250. So given mass 0.321 by 53 into 1000 by 250 N. So answer will be 0.0242 N. So the unit will be equivalence per liter or normal. It is called normal solution. N means normal. Then similarly we used M for molar. Here N means normal. Okay. Then question number 2. Find out the normality of 0.3 molar phosphorus acid. You know the formula of phosphorus acid is H3PO3 and it's a dibasic acid. That means its basicity is 2. So n factor is 2. Basicity is 2 means n factor is 2. So we know that phosphorus acid is a dibasic acid, hence the basicity or that is the n factor is 2. Then just I discussed that normality is equal to molarity into n factor. So what will be the normality of the given solution? The given molarity is 0.3 molar into n factor 2. So the normality will be 0.3 into n factor, that is 2, that is 0.69. So if you remember this formula, it is very easy to solve these numericals. Then I have given you an assignment. Find out the normality of 0.2 molar acetic acid. So I have given you acetic acid and its molar concentration I have given to you. You have to find out the normality. Okay. So similar numericals you can easily solve because you know how to solve it. Here I have given you the formula. In the last one, I will give you the similar conditions, that is normality equation and resultant normality when we mix two different solutions of different normality. Okay. So first we will come to normality equation. So molarity equation I told you is M1 into V1 is equal to M2 into V2. So when we dilute a given solution, the molarity was changing, so also the normality will change. So when a solution will be diluted or its volume will be changed, then the normality has to change. Then what is the relationship between these two solutions. That is called normality equation. So first I will write down the normality equation. These things are required for your practicals. You have to be very sure regarding these equations. So N1 into V1 will be equal to N2 into V2. What is that? Where N1 is the normality of solution before it was diluted, before dilution. Similarly, what is V1? Now, volume of solution before dilution. Then, when it will be diluted, that means we will be adding water to it or we will be adding the solvent to it. Then the normality will change to N2. So, what is N2? Now, normality of solution after dilution. Similarly, the new volume will be V2. That means volume of solution after dilution. So, similar formula you will remember when any solution of given normality is diluted. That means it is added with solvent. Then the normality changes to N2, new volume becomes V2. So that the relationship will be established like this. N1 into V1 will be N2 into V2. Then normality of resultant solution. So when two or more different solutions of different normalities of the same solute are added, then how to find out the normality of the resultant solution? So normality of the resultant solution will be equal to N1 into V1 plus N2 into V2 plus, you can add accordingly, divided by V1 plus V2 plus. That means when two different solutions will be added, the formula will be N1 into V1 plus N2 into V2 divided by V1 plus V2. So when three solutions are added, this formula will be N1 into V1 plus N2 into V2 plus N3 into V3 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay. So similar to the molarity of resultant solution, we can also calculate the normality of the resultant solution when two or more different solutions of the same solute of different normalities are added. Okay, students. So this is all about your molarity, then normality, and relationship between molarity and normality. So in the next class, we will conclude the concentration of solution with the last two remaining. That is an important one, molality and formality. Okay. So this is for today. See you in the next class.